Everybody, Chris with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal in Palm Beach County, Florida, and we're going to do a little bit of a trailer update with our new 7x14 with 4-foot sides white dump trailer. Yes, a dump trailer. Chris, you traitor, how dare you. We were actually going to get a dump trailer a while ago after we got the 2500 truck, and we were like preparing to buy it, and then we got hit by a bulldozer at the dump. So everything got delayed a little bit. And then we were like, well, this kind of threw us for a loop, and it ended up costing us a lot of money out of pocket, and we won't know if we get that money back until it all gets settled. So we were like, all right, let's budget a little bit. But we doubled what we did this year in sales, and we didn't spend a whole lot of money. So we were like, well, we got to get something before the year ends, and this is what we got. So I started off recording like everything we were doing with it and the changes and stuff, and we've just been busy lately. So I started it and then I stopped, and then I started just doing stuff because I was doing it like at night almost and pissing off all my neighbors. So I'm just gonna go around and talk about a little bit of the things that we were doing. I'll explain a little bit in detail. If like you see something that you like, then you can do it yourself. I feel like most people can look at something and be like, okay, I see what he did. So we're going to do a walk around. I'll show you all the different things that we have done so far and what we are planning on doing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the lettering that I did myself, because I think the website is pretty good. I don't get anything out of it, but I'll tag it down below for anyone else to check out. So let's go ahead and do a walk around. And this is the after. So we're going to talk about a couple of different things. I'm going to start with the lettering because I feel like that came out the best for what I thought it may have turned out to be. So we went to lettering.com. Now I had looked on Google for a couple of like places to get lettering from, and I was not having great luck for something that was still kind of affordable. This I got pretty much in sheets, and what you do is you edit the fonts on a scale of how wide you want the letters to be, or how far apart, or what size, or what font. And as you're adjusting it, it'll tell you what the total length of the panel was. So before I did all that, I just took measurements of each panel, width and height, and then figured, okay, this is where I want these different fonts to be. And I was able to just kind of space it out. And let's say I turned that into 2-inch font. Okay, maybe that's 19 inches wide. I needed it to be 18. So I got to trim it down to like 1.75 inches. And I did that for pretty much the whole trailer. I try to keep the sides all relatively the same font size, so you don't have like 2 inches here, 1.5 here, so it's like a huge difference. I think this one is 2 and this one's like 1.9, something stupid like that. And the only reason it's like that is because I didn't want to have to drop down the estimate on the free and turn it into a double line. So very small features that I was able to edit in. So this is kind of like what we have on our website. Like if the first home page, it says how to remove your clutter in 3 steps, pretty straightforward. And then the call to action. On the side, we have our local stuff. This is the things that we kind of enjoy. Is we're locally owned, husband and wife team. We serve this county. Who you talk to on the phone is who you see in person. Our name, our phone number. The only thing I couldn't do was this website didn't allow you to upload an image, so I couldn't get the logo, which kind of worked out anyways because I didn't have a ton of space, and I do want this to be the focal point. So that ended up working out. And then we have our services. I didn't do anything on the front. I might add it to it in the future, but for now it's okay. Same thing on the other side. So I basically just got everything pre-measured, and then I just duplicated it by 2 because it's the same measurements on both sides. Now, obviously you can see the wood siding on the top. I just put this up literally like a minute ago. It's really annoying. It kept raining out. This technically has 4 coats of paint on it, but because I was letting it dry by Kalusia bushes, every time it rained out, they would drop down the seeds and get it brown. So I have to do touch-up paint anyways. So when I do that, I'll just touch up this. It's not like a stain, it will smear off, but I'm just gonna paint over it. I'm just gonna get I don't know if I want to cover up the screws with a wood filler and paint over it. I haven't decided yet because obviously I want to be able to take it off if I need to. I didn't know what to do to hold it in place. So I just took a lag bolt and attached it through so it won't come all the way out. I don't know if that'll hold up. I've never had to do a up stake pocket. My trailer has like the down stake pockets and I have it fastened through the actual metal. So I'm hoping this is okay. I really didn't know what else to do. But I basically cut that at a 60-degree angle so the tarp doesn't get caught. And then I did the same thing over here. I just did a small pitch, same concept, so the tarp can still smoothly go over. It is pretty snug, so I think it'll be okay for now. But now we have 5-foot sides without interfering with the tarp. So show you the inside, nice and clean. Well, not the floor, but of course it's Home Depot wood, so you're always gonna have a gap, which probably isn't the worst thing. It'll let air breathe through a little bit. But yeah, I'll do some touch-up paint, you know, make sure I cover this up so it lasts a little while. And I think it came out pretty good. Now, something that I was recommended to by my brother who is in fabrication, is he recommended to, number one, make holes everywhere so it can drain. So I did one on each side, and then I sprayed Rust-Oleum white spray paint around every single hole that I made, so that way it doesn't rust right on the inside. Obviously it's a little bit of a different color, that's okay. The second thing he recommended was throughout the trailer, you know, they're not doing this for cosmetics, they're doing this for functionality. So eventually they're going to leave, you know, little holes in the welding, and over time, you know, water can get through that and rust it. So he said to grab a silicone caulk and go through and just fill all those in. He said to use white. I got clear on accident. I don't think it fucking matters. But I went through the whole trailer, and anywhere I saw little gaps, I caulked through with the silicone. And this is easy. It's like a $6 bottle. I can do it over time as it wears down, but you can see like the gaps. And I mean, he's a welder, so he probably knows it faster than I did. I saw it a little bit, but he was like, yeah, all this crap, fill it all in. Like, it's not gonna make or break it, but it'll help with longevity. Like this one I need to do. So those were just some small things. I'm debating, if you guys have a dump trailer, let me know what you do, or if you don't do anything. I'm debating on putting something on the floor because this is dirty because it rained out when I was working in it. And this is just from my shoes getting down into the grass and back up. It's fucking slippery up here. Like, I went to go step here and I slid like that. And like, I didn't fall, but you know, imagine having like your loading equipment and stuff. Because we're not just gonna be tossing stuff in here. Like, I'm gonna have to get in here and move stuff around, and I don't wanna bust my ass. So if you have something on the floor, let me know what you used. I was contemplating on either doing a adhesive grit paint throughout the floor like I have in my other trailer, because I don't think it'll hinder the offload too much when everything slides out, but it'll at least help us out enough that there's some kind of texture other than just straight, you know, metal. So if anybody knows, please comment down any suggestions. I'll look into all of them. When it comes to the ramps, this did come with the ramps. They're right here. They are heavy as hell. I think each one is like 81 pounds, and it sucks to have to move. And we got aluminum sheeting custom cut to fit the top of this, and we were gonna slide it right between the upper lip and the crossbars. And we got them custom sized so it'll fit perfectly. And that way we can still slide it in its original pocket. And when we put them together right here, we'll have a ramp that works. Where are you going? Pain in the ass. You know, we'll be able to bring like the dollies up and stuff. So we ended up getting ramps on Amazon. They were like 3 inches shorter and 2.5 inches a shorter width. So not a huge difference, but each one weighs 24 pounds. So huge difference in having to haul these heavy ass things out. I'm just gonna shrink wrap the crap out of these, put them on my side yard and hope they don't rust out. They're already rusting, which is crazy. Like, what kind of quality is this shit? Other than heavy. So we're gonna do that, and they should still fit in here. The only thing I may do is I may add something to this just to help keep it from wanting to slide out, because it is gonna be a slightly smaller piece. So I might try to find a way to maybe run something through here on both sides and, you know, do like a T or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So with that, I'm gonna be adding this adhesive anti-slip tape. I use something pretty similar on my curb ramp and also on my ramp on my other trailer, which is on the other side of the bush. So we're gonna be running that up and down pretty much the entire ramp, so we have grip when we're going up it. And then I will add probably just like 2 or 3 strips just right here. So when we're coming up with a hand truck or a dolly, we're not slipping once we come in. So that's all of that. Going back to like all the little gaps and stuff, one of the first things he recommended was to make little air holes throughout the trailer wherever it is welded together, because if you don't, moisture is going to collect and it's going to rot out the inside and eventually it's going to fall apart. So obviously this isn't like a 6-month process, this is like years, but still, you know, I want to take care of the stuff I buy. So we have a air pocket right here. I have an air pocket down here on each side because these are 2 different welds. And we did that throughout pretty much the whole trailer. So he highlighted where to do everything and I just followed his instruction. So we have one in the top corner, one here, one here, one on that top corner, and so on and so on. So that was just to help that process. And you know how I know it works? When I drilled this one, water literally just came pouring out. Like, it got all over the drill and it made like a little indent in the ground. That's how much water was already built into it. So I feel like it was good instruction. And then one thing I did personally, and it's already starting to wear off in some areas, but I'll just touch it up over time, was anywhere that I saw there was already wear and tear, I just got the Rust-Oleum white spray paint and just covered it up. It's from the door rubbing, like you can already see it's wearing off right here. I don't know how to prevent that. I think I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that it's gonna keep happening. But I did go throughout the trailer and do any of those like little touch-up spots. Like I touched up right here, which is obviously gonna happen again because the ramps go there. I think on here, there's like a little gash there that I touched up. I'm probably gonna buy an electric hitch, which is like $250 fucking dollars, which is crazy. But this thing is such a pain in the ass to deal with. It's so big. Like, you have to do such wide turns with it. It's like I'm churning butter. Like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna get an electric hitch. Like, it is a drop down, which is nice, and then I can just like roll it back up. But to do anything else with it, it's just stupid. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. So I don't think I'm forgetting anything. If I remember it, I will document it. Otherwise, that's pretty much everything that we're doing here. The only thing that I wanted to do that I ended up not doing, here's all my yard signs from UZ Marketing. We are stocked and ready to go for 2026. The only thing I wanted to do that I've kind of temporarily changed my mind on is, like my other trailer, I was gonna add E-tracks vertically. So that way, as we keep stuff in here, like, you know, maybe we have a couple of donatable items that I put towards the front and then the rest is trash. I may want to strap that off so when I go to dump, that's not going with it. So that is something I wanted to do. I just haven't bit the bullet on it because number one, I'm gonna have to drill holes directly into this and then use like a carriage bolt with a nut on the other side. And I didn't want to have to dig in to my sides where I have my wraps. So that was one reason I didn't want to do it. The second reason is it's gonna cost me like 150 bucks. And at the very moment, now we're back in budget mode. So trying to hold off on that for now. And yeah, we'll just see. This isn't going to be operational for at least another week or so until we get the ramps, and then we'll get everything situated with insurance, and hopefully it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg because I've already been getting fucked over with my current insurance. So we'll see. I got the garage all cleared out though. I'm starting woodworking. It's my new hobby this year. I've done small projects here and there, but I really want a hobby to do outside of work. So Harbor Freight, Harbor Freight, Harbor Freight, Harbor Freight, Harbor Freight. Tanya got me this for Christmas. Home Depot, which we got points for. She also got me a drone that we may use for work and some other stuff. But yeah, I got everything all organized. The objective is to not do a whole lot of resale. At least not here. Like I talked about it in my members only video. Our solution for resale to not clutter the house. So I got all my little knickknacks over here. I got my Gojo, my little kitty, our little sculptures we keep finding somehow. I think this thing is so cool. I actually just bought a similar one. It's like a boat from the auction that we bring stuff to. They're just deducting it from our paycheck that we're gonna be getting. So I'm gonna have 2 of these pretty soon. But the other one's much more complicated looking. 75 bucks, not bad. Not for that, the one I bought. So yeah, that's the trailer. That's everything else.